Boom, here we go.
What was you talking about? Daniel! Don't fucking get smart with me. I didn't get straight up. Daniel! I thought she said that I was getting smart.
Man, welcome back to another show, man. As always, your boy B, got my main man P with me. As you can see, this that video we just showed you is basically what this show gonna be about today. It's really about these students attacking teachers nowadays, man. We seen more and more videos popping up online of showing students actually assaulting teachers, man. For that reason, we had to go and find a teacher, but she's also a returning guest, man. So we want to welcome back Miss Rachel. Welcome back, Miss Rachel.
Hi, hey there. Thank you for inviting me back.
Always a pleasure, man. But like I said, man, when you see a video like this, Miss Rachel, what I mean, you out there, you on the front lines and shit, but when you see something like this, what does that do to you?
Initially, when you see a video like that, when I see a video like that, it does enrage me. It's just that, you know, that initial reaction is that lack of respect. Well, how dare that child do such a thing? I was impressed by that teacher for the fact that she was able to have such, self-control and restraint in that situation. But then looking back at it again as a teacher, I'm like, she must know something. That girl's story must run deep in that teacher. She knows something that the rest of us don't know. Because for her not to unleash on that child, there's got to be something more there. So I have that initial reaction that everybody has, that, we need to whoop her ass. What the hell is she doing? I mean, even as a teacher.
Right.
That's my initial reaction. But then I step back and I wonder, what else is there in this story?
I mean, what about you, P, man? What you say, or what? How did you react when you first saw that?
I didn't react like anything. That's nothing. I've been out of the field for about 3 years, but when I first started in the school systems, I saw the disrespect and I saw how it was different from when we were students.
Right.
So to see what you just showed, I didn't see anything. I worked as a behavior intervention specialist at a school where that's what the kids did. They cussed teachers out and they punched people in the face. You had to formulate relationships with these particular students to even get anything accomplished. And I was called to many a classroom to have a student about to assault a teacher or about to assault a staff. I've personally been assaulted by a student more than one time, punched in the face on 3 separate occasions. I'm trained to restrain students by law and by, the system that they use. And at the same time, I've still been punched in the face on more than one occasion by students. So it's not right at all. But you asked me what did I feel or how did I feel when I saw it, and I didn't feel anything, as I've seen it a lot of times. It's almost the norm.
Right.
The No Child Left Behind system has basically crippled the education system. You can't just fail a student. You can't use that as something to keep a child from doing something like that. I've had students I had a child slam me in the hallway one time I'm a big guy, B, you know that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He told the people we was playing, we wasn't playing. I don't play with students, I don't play with kids, and you know that, you know what I'm saying?
So how did
I was trying to get him to move, and he thought it was a resistance force test or something, and he went to slam me, and when he slammed me, I held on, so we both hit the ground together.
Right.
Point being made, they didn't throw him out of the school or anything like that. They moved him to another location and did something else, and he graduated anyway.
Right.
There's no threat to the students nowadays about their education or their future, so they feel like, yeah, I punch him in the face, I'll be at another school next week, and I'm still graduating. No child left behind.
So how did you restrain yourself from going to blows with this young man?
Because I know it's just a job.
Right.
He wasn't angry at me. He was angry at the position that I hold, the whole authority thing. You got to think these were troubled children. These were people who had scars in their past. And me being a psychology major, I understand that. So I was able to separate myself from it. It wasn't like he's punching P. Malone in the face. He's punching this authority figure in the face. He's slamming this authority figure. And to me, it's just a job. So my approach is the therapeutic approach. Yeah, I pressed it to the max as far as I could take it once they started asking me to fill out paperwork 100%. But in the midst of it, to keep me from choking him out or beating him up, it's easy. I got techniques. I can restrain you real good. I put you in a jump right now, B, you ain't gonna be able to get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
and had I been in position to do that to him, I could have done him too. But it wasn't that type of situation. You know?
But let me ask you this, Rachel, since you currently in that role, are you seeing a increase in troubled children, or is it? I mean, this is just.
See, I'm working with the younger ones.
Right.
The most that you know, they might get a little slick at the mouth and that kind of thing, but that's the most that I have to encounter. And then even if a younger child were to get physical with me, it's not on that level where I don't think, thank goodness I haven't experienced it, but I don't feel like I really feel challenged. I'll feel disrespected, but I would think that, you know, I can handle myself accordingly. But when you get to that, you know, middle school age and that high school age, and then someone stepping to you, I would fear that I'd kind of lose myself and not be able to show that restraint and you know, not be as level-headed as you guys are being. I don't know. I might be like, you step to me, then I'm going to show you what you're going to encounter.
Right.
You know, it's because at some point these teenagers, they're going to be out in society, and no one's going to be thinking about what they've experienced, what's gotten them to this point. You're either going to have to deal with the legal system, which I'm surprised. I want to know if this woman's going to press charges against this young lady, or, you know, or worse. You know, it's they need to feel the repercussions. I think there needs to be more to it, but I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to handle it.
Right.
And like I said, yeah, with the younger ones, I'm not seeing that level of retaliation.
Right. Now let me but with that being said, do you think because we in the social media era that it's harder, especially for a middle school, high school student to kind of de-escalate? Whereas you know what I'm saying? Because as soon as they see like the phones are out, it's gonna be kind of hard for them to say, "Oh shit, I gotta calm down. I'm gonna go ahead and take it to the max because this could go."
Nah, B. The onus is on the person in charge of that room.
Right.
As an educator, you got to know the population you're dealing with, and you got to know all of those situations. We need to train our educators to deal with those situations because of the fact that the social media now, it's hard to take their phones. I've worked in situations where they're taking their phones when they come in the door. I've worked in situations where they say, okay, you can have your phone, just don't pull them out. To me, that didn't work as well, but that's a story for another time. But it's on the person who's in charge of that room to dictate the pace of that room. Everybody in that room is not on the same level of craziness or however you want to call it. Right. So the person that's acting out, usually you can control the other people if you have a control of your classroom. You understand what I'm saying? One of my first ventures into was elementary school, actually. I had a third grade student. He was very, very, very mentally challenged, you know, but he was able to be in class with these other students. Right. One day he didn't get his way and he kicked me in the leg. And my immediate reaction was to kick him back. I kicked him right back in his legs hard as I could, bang. And he dropped to the floor and cried. Ah! I stopped him from crying, grabbed him and looked him right in his eyes and had him look me right in the eye. And I said, when you kick somebody or put your hands on somebody, expect them to do something back.
Right.
And just like that, as slow and behind as he was, he know what I was talking about, and he stopped crying, and me and him didn't have any more trouble that day. There's a lot going on with children, but children need structure. And if you got a classroom, it's up to you to set the pace.
Can you
But
think?
you know what? I'm sorry to interrupt, but with that situation that you just brought up, and I always question when I see the flip, instead of students attacking teachers, when I see on the news a teacher attacked, struck a student or something, I always wonder what is the background to that. What happened? What led up to that? Like, if what you just painted, if that would have come out in the news, nobody would have mentioned the fact that that student, hit you, or it was a lesson for that child or whatever. It would have been teacher attacks child, kicks child in leg, mentally disabled child in leg. Like, no one cares about what led up to the teacher having to discipline the child or get physical with the child. It's our hands are tied, I think.
Yeah, because I mean,
I agree.
that teacher out in California that beat that boy up. Now they fired him, didn't they not? The one in California where he beat the snot out. Well, this is just one of the videos that came about. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what led up to him getting his ass whipped. But they fired that dude. He called him all types of N-words and all that. And that went on for
basketball.
Yeah, it went on for a minute. So I mean, at a certain point,
who put their hands on whom first?
The teacher did. So
then the teacher's wrong.
But the student threw a basketball at him.
Yeah,
first.
he threw a.
Did it hit him?
Yeah, it hit him.
Yeah.
He threw a basketball at him, called him a whole bunch of N-words, and the teacher just lost it.
In a situation like that, brother, they're gonna fire you. It's cheaper for them to cut bait with you, and easier for you to sue them over wrongful termination, as opposed to them to take the stance with this teacher. Okay. All of it is come down to money, like we always talk.
I get that, but shit. Let me ask. I mean, you a teacher. Do you think teachers deserve like hazard pay? Because they dealing with a lot of stress.
100%.
Because now you talking about the chance of a kid coming in there shooting up the school. Plus,
100% teachers deserve hazard pay.
Yeah. So let me ask, if more teachers start putting their hands on you, do you think that will like start a movement to try to get pay increases?
No. Because they don't care about teachers. They don't care about the people. It's about money. They packing students in those classrooms. They're getting paid for students being there. You're nothing. They can get another teacher to fill your spot. Right. That's the problem. That's why kids aren't being educated. They're alienating the good teachers, and they're hiring a bunch of people who can't do anything except for take a beating. Right. And then you get what you pay for. You pay for what you get.
And what do you think, Rachel?
I do agree. I do definitely think teachers deserve hazard pay. We need pay for mental health days. We need.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot that we encounter. I was just talking to coworkers the other day. Like, I'd be curious to have a stress test done on me to see, like, even with the younger kids, sometimes you want to curse their little asses out, but you've got to just submerge all that, eat it, and then who knows what kind of ulcers or whatever it's creating. Like, it is a stressful job. I think we're not compensated enough for what we do. At all. And I think kids are starting to see that more and more. It's not a respected profession, unfortunately. And to go back to what you were saying, the impact that social media has on what's going on, I beg to differ. I do think that it's having an impact. I think the kids, they do think, yes, they have their issues, but things that they do now, it's for likes. It's for, for World Star. It's for the gram. It's for, instead of, kids stepping in and saying, no, don't do that, hold them back, do this. Everyone's whipping out a camera phone, taking shots of it, and no one's stepping up trying to really de-escalate the situation. And even with the educators, if they're trained, a lot of these situations, there's substitute teachers. Kids used to test their boundaries with substitutes by just being goofy in class or what have you. But now, no, they're gonna step up to you and try and see if they can punk you or do whatever. It's getting out of control, I think.
It is. I mean, because with the social media, man, it like you say, you doing it for likes. I think these kids are getting bigger, and you got these old ladies in here. It's no way. If you see, and the fact that people recording them are not even startled by like what's going on because they're just recording. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see people get. Like they're not even running away. Like people would start busting off shots and they steady recording. It's a different day, and I think these kids realize that I'm just trying to get something to record so I can put it up on World Star. And once you do that, more than likely it's gonna go viral because a bunch of people just want to see a bunch of bullshit.
And see, I'm still with y'all, but at the same time, I have to disagree. And the only reason I disagree is because children are people, and people do what you allow them to do.
But
listen to me. Let me finish my point.
Okay.
Even in the classroom, I've been in the situation we're discussing,
right,
where everybody in there had a phone, and everybody in there was the type of person that wants to be on World Star Hip Hop.
Right.
But because of the respect they had for the teacher, because of the respect they had for the situation, nobody whipped out their phone. Now they sat there and gasped and oohed and laughed and ah. But nobody egged the person on because of the respect they had for the person in charge of that classroom. If you command the respect in a place, you can be the person that's the outcast and still get what you want to accomplish. Even when this person is acting out. I've had kids stick up for me. Don't do that to Mr. Malone. Don't do right. Because of the way I carry myself. I'm not saying everybody can do that and everybody does that, but they need to be trained and how to keep your composure, because you know what, B, at the end of the day, it's just a job, dog.
It is.
It's a job.
But like
it's a job. If they wasn't trying to kill you, it's just a job.
But as you say all the time, brother, people ain't shit.
Like a motherfucker, and children is people too.
That's what I'm saying. So how you gonna say people ain't shit, but these are little people, alright? But
what I'm telling you, B, is people only do. But how many times have you had a situation where they were disrespecting everybody, but they didn't disrespect you? Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Because you command a certain respect. It's not about being a forceful person. You come in there bullying people. It's about, man, for real, we respect him enough to don't do that. Don't do that to Mr. Austin. Don't do that to Mr. Malone. You have to command your classroom as a teacher, and they're not teaching teachers that anymore. They're teaching teachers X, Y, and Z. But with this new No Child Left Behind, you got to have another thing with you if you want to teach in the ghetto.
Okay, but see, I see what you're saying, but you always going to have that one nut that's going to try you. You know what I'm saying?
Not in every situation. I'm with you, but not in every situation.
I'm sure this California dude, everybody else seemed like they was cool. And then this one kid, he done probably had a bunch of run-ins with this one kid, because for him to snap like that, he done dealt with that kid before. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else just sat there and watched this shit escalate to the point where that man lost his cool. You know what I'm saying? So I see what you saying. And I'm with you 100%. But I think we're in the era where you're going to have that one nut-ass kid that's going to try you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if we should have more videos of teachers fighting back, because they even had like, it was one video, I couldn't get it, but it was a video of these girls beating this teacher up in, I think it was like Miami somewhere. They was wearing her ass out. I mean, they picked up a chair and threw it at it, all that. It was real brutal. And I'm like, my God.
What you do is you knock two of them out, and then you call your lawyers, because it's all on tape, and you sue the whole school system and everybody that's involved in it. Because you know they fired you, you sued them for wrongful termination. You sued them for every lack of security, everything that go along with it. It's unfortunate that it had to come to that, but it's a litigious situation that we live in life now. And if you don't take litigation about it, man, you're gonna find yourself on the shoulder under the stick.
Yes,
because that man out of California can get another teaching job on California.
Nah,
he got to move out. He got to move out of the state to get another teaching job. And what if that's the only thing he knows how to do? What if that's what he does? You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm an educator by profession at the time, but that's not the only thing I do. Like I just told you, I haven't done it in 3 years now. Right. You know, but what if you're pigeonholed? What is that? What you do? and they push you over the limit. I had a lady call me a couple of weeks ago, a teacher friend of mine, somebody that's one of my clients still. Right. And in the midst of it all, she was like, yeah, man, I'm sorry I didn't call you back. I had an episode today. Little girl, twin sister pushed me, and I pushed her and went off in the door. And the first question I asked her was, did anybody in your class whip out a phone and start recording?
Yes.
And she told me that, to her knowledge, she didn't see anybody. And this was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Haven't heard anything about it. And I know it's because I've worked with her before, and the level of respect that probably the rest of the kids had for her. They didn't want to get that lady in trouble over this jerk kid that's probably bullying them too. When the kid be a jerk, they be a jerk to everybody. You understand what I'm saying?
So, but man, hey, but let me this is something I propose, like for them jerk ass kids, or for these kids that could possibly shoot up a school. Why don't we start like a Men in Black crew that come and confiscate them and send them to like a Professor X school for gifted children, and we teach them how to be assassins. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of letting them go through life and go through school to the point where they snap, let's just snatch them from their parents and send them out. You ever seen American Assassin? You never seen that?
But I'm with you.
Hey, take them out into the open field.
Never let us do it.
Nah, it don't matter. You are property of the government, homie. You are property of the government.
They'll never let that get away. They'll never let that slide.
You can happen. It can happen.
I'm with you, but they'll never let it slide.
Everybody that has shot up a school, they said we knew if it was going to be him if it happened. So why not call them kids, them trouble kids out? We send you to gladiator school. We teach you how to be an assassin.
And those are two different types. I think, I don't know. I looking at it, I think those are two different types of kids. Those kids who kind of let it, they eat it all until they finally, they implode, and then they finally explode. And those are the kids that shoot up the school. And right now we're looking at those kids who are just physically aggressive and defiant, and that lack of respect, like they, attacking that authority figure. I think those are two different types of kids. So you might miss those kids who are silently just letting things affect them, and they're just sitting by writing down in their journals and plotting their assassination or whatever. Like, right. I think it's different types of kids. But then what do we do with those kids? Like right now, that girl who attacked the teacher in Baltimore. Would this woman be wrong to press charges against this girl? Is she going to ruin her future? Or should this girl just go to counseling and therapy? And
I pressed charges one time, dude. I pressed charges for showing up one time, because the girl took advantage and she needed to be taught a lesson. I didn't want to, but I didn't see any other way. I was like, I can't come back here to work every single day with this student and nothing takes place. It's going to set a precedent that I'm not going to be able to deal with. So, yeah. And the next time I saw her on the street, she was with 3 other kids, and the other kids spoke, "Hey, Mr. Malone, what's up?" And she was like, "Fuck him, he sent me to jail." And they all looked at me, and I just kind of hunched my shoulders like, yeah, well, she punched me in the face. What could I do?
And I say this to you, you ain't shit, brother. You destroyed that young girl's life. You understand? You sent her to jail.
Brian, let me tell you something, Brian. We got laws in this land. We got laws in this land.
You ain't.
If I go down to the corner store and steal a pack of cigarettes or whatever it is I'm stealing, and they get caught, they going to jail. So how can I let a child punch me in the face? That for real, the incident, she had nothing to do with the incident in the first place.
Right.
That's why it was more disrespectful and dumb. All she had to do was nothing. It wasn't even about her. We came down there to do something else, and she got involved and got in the way and punched me in the face hard. And for the next 3 weeks, every time I come on that wing, "Hey, Miss Malone, I heard Charlotte punch you in the face." What can I do besides say, yeah, she got me? You know what I'm saying? She got me. And she got me. Because I can't beat up a little girl. So, yeah, she went to jail. Yeah, they put her in a special school. And, yeah, I'll do it again. Because if I don't send out a message, who goddamn will send out a message? They set up the system where they killing the kids. They graduating kids that can't read. Yeah. They letting kids go off into society with no skills and nothing to contribute to society. Absolutely. So I'm supposed to let you punch me in the face, graduate, and go do that shit to somebody else? Hell no.
But see, let me play devil's advocate and ask you. So after you saw that girl on the street, you could see that did nothing for her. Like she You know, was that the only route that could be taken? Not that
No,
I disagree.
and I'm 100% with you, and I understand your question. But at the same time, the system had been failing her the whole time. She had never experienced any consequence for any of her actions. And what people need to know is that there are direct consequences for every single action. You're not going to strike somebody and not get something back. And because I couldn't punch her in the face to give her the direct consequence, I had to send her to jail so she could get her direct consequence. Now, I don't know if it helped her that second, but I guarantee you she thought about it before she punched another motherfucking teacher in the face.
No, I doubt it though.
To answer,
I doubt it.
I doubt
it. Let me ask you this.
Listen to me, B. The fact that when she saw me, her thoughts was he sent me to jail.
Right.
She thought about it before she punched another adult in the face inside of a school building, Bird.
That might have been the point. But let me ask you this: how long ago was that?
This was more than 4 years ago. I tell you, I haven't worked in the system in 3 years. This was 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago with the tech with the implosion. I mean, the explosion of technology. I don't think it's possible. I think she just became once you sent her to jail, that was probably it. She said, "Fuck it, I'm really not gonna be shit." You understand?
Let me tell you something, Barry. Let me cut you off because I know where you're trying to go with this, and that's just not it. It's different strokes for different folks. Everything doesn't affect everybody the same way. I had another situation. I had a student punch me in the face.
God damn! I got punched in the face, home.
Listen to me. I worked at a level 5 behavior school, dog. They punch people in the face and they sell drugs. They bring guns and weed to school. Yeah, you did. So I'm telling you, somebody punched me in the face. 2 years later, I didn't send this kid to jail. This kid had a very serious situation. I can't get into his background because that's his personal business.
Right.
He had a lot of mental issues going on. Over the course of 2 years or so, we were cool. We were not cool when he punched me in the face. The day he punched me in the face, he was actually going through something, and I understood why he did it.
Right.
But to make my point, this same kid that I did not press charges on and send to jail, 3 years later, he went to jail anyway for killing his best friend and burning his body up in a trash can. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
There's different. Everything is not for everybody. Well, this girl, I might could have helped. That boy, I didn't help him by not sending him to jail. Not saying that I would have helped him by sending him to jail.
Right.
There's different strokes for different people. Mental capacities for different people. There's just different. Everybody's a different evaluation. It's not a broad stroke to go all the way across the skin.
I mean, exactly. But I say this, brother. I'm glad you're not getting punched in the face no more. God damn.
I took it like a champ, man. You didn't pay me. You didn't pay me real good. You punched in the face, dog.
You got that jaw. You got that damn.
He didn't pay me real good. You punched in the face, man. I wasn't mad at all.
But let me, man, before we wrap it up, man, let me ask you, Rachel, do you have anything you want to say on this topic before we go?
I think it goes back. It speaks volumes about what's going on in the household, though. I think it goes back to family structure and training. For these kids to, regardless of what they're experiencing, for them to have the audacity to think, you've got this level of anger or rage, and this is how you're going to express yourself by taking it out on another human being, an adult, and in some of these situations, senior citizens, because, like I said, there are substitute teachers who are getting it from these teenagers and stuff like that. Like, it goes back to the home. You've got to raise these kids right to where they think twice. They know the body. They don't want to do such things, not even because of what's going to happen legally. Like, I never really cared about what's going to happen, in the legal system. It's my parents. Like, I don't want to deal with my parents, getting a call from the school for whatever. So I think it goes back to what's raising our kids, what's going on in the households. We need to be better.
Right.
That's my opinion.
All right, well, man.
I agree 100%, Rachel. I don't have anything to say against it.
Well, we appreciate you for coming on to the show once again, Rachel, man. And like I said, I'm glad my man P not getting punched in the face no more. Because that's a hard way to earn a living, man.
Hey, man, if you're a professional fighter.
But once again, man, as we always say on this show, man, PAS, people ain't shit, man. This is just a show showing you that young people ain't shit.
They people too.
They people too. So just let's let's do better as parents. And
do that.
if you know the parenting situation at home, get them kids up out of there, man. Don't let PAS people raise more PAS people, man. It's
How do you stop them?
Yeah.
We got to stop PAS people from having more kids. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we was on the sun when we said you need to have a certificate to have a baby.
You need to have a license to have kids.
For real. But that's another topic for another day. But to the next time we see y'all, man, be good. And just
Thanks,
remember,
Rachel.
Yes, thank you, Rachel. Just remember, man, don't be stupid. Don't be walking up on no teacher because you might catch that work. They giving out that school work. So, hey, just remember, to the next time we see y'all, peace.